conversations from the world of women's sports. This is WiSP Sports Radio.
Hello and welcome to episode 10 of Soundbites on WiSP Sports Radio.
WiSP Sports Radio is brought to you by Hyland's Earache Drops.
Have you been diagnosed with an earache by a physician? For natural relief due to earache pain, fever, irritability, and sleeplessness, try Hyland's homeopathic earache drops and tablets. Hyland's has been trusted for generations to provide safe, effective homeopathic medicines for all members of the family. There's no alcohol and no sting. You can get back to doing what you love. Go to hylands.com/ear-pain to find a retailer near you. That's hylands.com/ear-pain. Claims are based on traditional homeopathic practice, not accepted medical evidence. Not FDA evaluated. Read and follow label directions.
Soundbites is a bi-weekly podcast providing you with practical information on holistic nutrition. On each episode, we feature a new topic to empower you to make healthier choices so you can improve your overall health, performance, and prevent disease. I am your host, MC, and today I'm going to share with you some amazing substitutions that you can make when it comes to healthier eating. So a lot of the times, especially nowadays, we see a lot of food out there that's advertised as organic, low sodium, gluten-free, and all of these things. And we immediately think that just because it has those labels, it's healthy. The first thing that you have to understand, and the first tip that I'm going to give you today is always look at the labels. The things that you want to look for when you're looking at a label are, first of all, sodium. There's a lot of foods, especially if they're prepackaged, that are going to have a lot of sodium. So watch out for that quantity and just make sure that whatever you are getting does not have a high amount of sodium. The other thing is the sugar. Sugar, if you're going to notice that where it says carbohydrates is usually going to be dietary fiber, and then it's going to have the sugar. If the sugar is pretty high, I would probably stay away from that. And also when it comes to the fat intake, especially when it is, I don't want to say saturated fat because, if we're talking about coconut oil, that would be another thing. But I'm talking mostly about very highly processed foods that you buy, like chips and stuff like that. Just look for that fat content, especially trans fat. If it has trans fat, I don't recommend that you even get it. But that's just something to look for. And those are some of the ones that I'm going to focus on today. Now, I'm going to give you some substitutions that you can do. And honestly, you'll realize that, first of all, they're going to be yummy. Second, they're easy to make, and you'll realize that by making those simple switches, you're going to notice a big difference. The first one I'm going to talk about is pasta. Now, if you want to have pasta every now and then, it's totally fine. Have nothing against that. It's totally healthy to have your favorite meals every now and then. It's just something that you don't want to do on a daily basis. So if you are a pasta lover, I personally recommend you buy zucchini instead and you spiralize the zucchini. Now, it's super easy to make. You can actually buy it pre-spiralized, so you don't have to do it. And you can add whatever sauce you want, whatever ingredients you want, and you won't even notice that it's zucchini. Probably the first time that you have it, you'll realize it's a little different, but since the zucchini does not have a very strong taste, it's a very quick swap that you can make, and it's way more nutritious than having pasta. That's actually one of my favorites, and I like to add pesto, and then just whatever extra ingredient I want to add, but that's a good one that I really like. Now, the other one that I want to talk about is regular bread. What options do you have when it comes to buying bread? Now, the thing with bread is that most of the times it's made with enriched flour, and that's really not the healthiest option for you. Now, what I recommend that you get when you buy bread is sprouted bread. Now, I'm going to add a couple pictures and a couple of brands so that when you go grocery shopping, you know what to look for. But just know that when you buy the sprouted grains, that's going to be a healthier option for you. Won't go into a lot of detail. Just know that when it says sprouted, it's going to be healthier. And also just make sure you look at the labels because again, it might say sprouted, but then they might add more stuff to the bread. So you just want to make sure you understand the label so that you know what you're getting. One of my favorites, sugar. So when it comes to sugar, it doesn't have any nutrition. It's really not the best option for you. So when you're baking and you're adding all that sugar, maybe you're making some drinks, whatever it is, my to-go is going to be stevia. Stevia, you can get it on a liquid or you can get it just like pulverized. So that's my number one option. And then the second I recommend is monk fruit. That's MONK fruit. And that's a sweetener. It's a natural sweetener that it's not going to have, it's not like nutrient dense, but at least you're not getting all those extra calories and all that sugar that it's not going to do anything good to your body. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is salt. Again, just like sugar, it's so easy to overdo it and so easy to get those extra ingredients that come in some brands that are not healthy for you, like aluminum. Now, when it comes to salt, I recommend Himalayan salt. The reason for that is because it has sodium, and just remember that salt doesn't mean sodium. There's sodium in salt, but it's not the same thing. So when you're getting salt, if you get the Himalayan salt, you're not only getting the sodium, but you're also getting minerals. So what it looks like, it's just like pink salt, and it's called Himalayan salt. You can also get sea salt, and that's a really good option as well. Just stay away from refined salt, just like that regular, that it's going to have those ingredients that are not the best option for you. Now, the last one I want to talk about is soy sauce. Now, if you look at soy sauce, the amount of sodium that it has is like tremendous, is humongous. So I personally love soy sauce, but I found that there's this amazing substitution that you can make, and they're called coconut aminos. Now I'm gonna add a picture of that as well so you know what it looks like. But first of all, the sodium content is going to be way lower, which is great, and it has amino acids. So, it's really nothing to think about, because even when you're getting that soy sauce that is lower in sodium, the amount of sodium is pretty high. Now, the thing that happens when you eat a lot of sodium, you start to retain water and you start getting bloated. Now, that's definitely something that we don't want, and we also want to make sure that we're just not eating a lot of sodium, because we're not just getting it from the soy sauce, but you have to realize that a lot of foods already contain sodium, and we just want to make sure that we have that intake balance. So that's a really other healthy option. It tastes amazing, and you can just add it to your veggies, add it to whatever is it that you want to eat, even to chicken and beef and stuff like that, and it's going to taste great, and you're getting all those extra nutrients. So it's a win-win. Now, those are the ones I have for you today. As you can see, those are some easy swaps that you can make every day. And again, you will notice a big difference when you make them.
WiSP Sports Radio, the voice of women in sport.
If you have any questions, if you want any recipes, remember, you can always message me, you can always email me, and make sure you go to my website. On the show notes is going to be the link to my website, and I hope you really found this helpful. For more information, as I just said, just go to my website, which is going to be on the show notes. You can also email info@wispsports.com with any questions you may have. There will also be links in the show notes accompanying this episode at wispsports.com. Just go to listen, click on sound bites, and while you're there, you can find more conversations from the world of women's sport. Please subscribe to WiSP Sports Radio on your favorite podcast player. You can follow along and share what we do on social media and at wisports.com. Thank you so much for listening and supporting women in sports everywhere. Have an amazing day.
Thank you to our brand sponsors at WiSP Sports Radio. Please visit them at highlands.com/ear-pain.